Hello again, Silver and Gold, We Are City Club members. You guys back here to watch some exclusive We Are City channel content. Newcastle United career mode. We did manage to stay in the Premier League, didn't we? We managed to stay in the Premier League. Very, very lucky to stay in the Premier League, but we did it against Burnley in the final game of the season. And now we're into Season 2, and things change drastically, don't they? If it had been that we were relegated, we would have not made progression as quickly as possible. Would have been going backwards and then trying to make progression from there. In fact, now we can make the progression we want straight away. And this is the way the squad is looking at the moment. Guimaraes out on international duty there. So we can see the team. When I first started this career mode and when I looked at what I would want in the summer, I thought a striker, I thought a centre-back, and I thought a goalkeeper and a midfielder. They were my main things. Try and bring the spine of the team. Now, from watching the team and from playing with this team, we know where the key areas need to be improved on. The centre-backs need to be improved on immediately. So 2 centre-backs is top of my list. A partnership, a new partnership. Martin Dubravka, I think we're going to stick with Dubravka for now. I actually impressed him last season. We're going to stick with him. He's 33 years of age, who's on the older side. We've got Freddie Woodman coming through anyway, 25 years of age. How old is Woodman, actually? He might be younger than that. He is 25. He's on the older side, Woodman, but he is going to be the backup goalkeeper. Trippier's fine at right back, but we need a left back as well. Matt Targett, he ended up leaving, didn't he? From his loan and also got injured, so we never got to see anything of Matt Targett. Whether we bring him back, I'm not quite sure. Manquillo will play the backup to Trippier, but does mean we probably need to bring in another left back. I would like to bring in a midfielder to replace Shelby or to replace Guimaraes, and Guimaraes drops a holding midfield, and I would like a right winger as well. I think the striker situation will stick with Callum Wilson. Now, Newcastle United made around 5 first-team signings, didn't they, in the January transfer window. I think we'll make around 7 signings in this summer window, up to 10, but the 3 others have to be either like a very young player who's not going to play at all, or someone like that. But that's the idea. Improve the squad gradually and keep it realistic. And we want to go into the transfer market straight away. We really do. We've got the world's biggest shortlist of players here. Literally incredible shortlist. Like I said, goalkeeper was an area I was looking at. Now I'm not so interested in goalkeeper. But the centre-back is the biggest one. And we've got Diego Carlos, Koulibaly, Holgate, Tapsoba, Botman, Kehrer, Perez, Salai, Balde, Ayer, Umtiti, Adabarayo, Joe Gomez, Ake, Tarkovsky, Cabano, Kelly, Webster, Denaya, Padasheli, Kuyate, Dyer, Salisu as the centre-back options. We want definitely a left-footer. Padasheli was one that was targeted by Newcastle United, but their 2 main players they wanted Newcastle were Sven Botman and were Diego Carlos, and I think why not keep it realistic? Let's go for Sven Botman and Diego Carlos. If we can get these for a combined 80 million, 40 million each, I think we'll be pretty happy. I do think Carlos will cost a bit more than Botman, although not much difference really. Botman's worth 25 million, Carlos worth 30. I mean, Koulibaly was an option as well, maybe for Newcastle, but I think he's just too hard. We haven't got Champions League football, no Europa League football as well. I don't think he'd want to join Newcastle. Whereas Diego Carlos and Botman, I think, can be persuaded via money. So we'll go into Sven Botman as well. Well, actually, we've got Dan Burn, so I'd say Carlos is more important. Let's go in for Diego Carlos. 57 million is his release clause, which Sevilla may have said just pay it. We're going to try and make an offer for Diego Carlos, and we'll go straight in with his value, 30.5 million. They want 45 million for Diego Carlos. Right, well, I feel like Sevilla may negotiate here. We'll go down to 35 with Julian Lopetegui. They're saying 45. What about 38.5? We'll just slowly work our way up to 40 million. 41, right, I think we can get him for around 40 now. 40 million for Diego Carlos. 29 years of age, yes. But a very good signing. Ooh, they're saying 41.8. What about 14.5 million for Diego Carlos? That is agreed. Diego Carlos, Newcastle finally agree a deal with Sevilla. 40.5 million for the Brazilian Diego Carlos. And I think we're going to try and also negotiate a deal here for that man, Sven Botman. So at the moment, 40.5, and we're trying to get him for under 80 million. If we can get Botman for around 40 million as well, I think we're in a brilliant position. I think we'll get him less than Carlos, I really do. 22 years of age, Sven Botman at Lille. We're going to go in like with Carlos. This is his value. We're willing to pay his value. They want 37.5. Well, this is brilliant. We could get him right what we wanted, under what we wanted. 35 million for Sven Botman. So that is what, 40, just under 80 million for the two of them, 35 for Botman, 40 for Diego Carlos. Sounds about right. Let's negotiate contracts now. Firstly, for the Brazilian Diego Carlos. And this just takes our defence up massively, doesn't it? Crucial first team player Carlos will be starting every single game alongside Botman if we can. We want him on a 5-year deal. 3 years. 4 years it is for Diego Carlos then. He will accept that. No release clause, which I'm surprised at actually. I thought, moving to Newcastle he might want a release clause. He wants a big bonus there. Big increase. We'll go up to 80,000. One of our top earning players will the Brazilian be. If he agrees that. Carlos has got a bit of thinking to do. 84,000 per week. Diego Carlos is Newcastle United's first massive signing of the summer. He is our club record sign, I believe, at 40 million. Guimaraes cost just under 40, or was he 45? I'm not quite sure. But another Brazilian comes to Tyneside. Welcome, Diego Carlos. And now, for signing number 2, it is Sven Botman, another crucial first-team player. Will Botman be? How many years you'll stay with us? 5 years for the 22-year-old, which he's happy with. He wants a 64 million release clause. What about 85 million for Sven Botman? 64. I don't want a release clause then in Botman's contract. He's happy with that. He wants a lot less than Diego Carlos. We'll give you 50,000 per week. 410,000 bonus. Welcome to Newcastle United. Completely revamped our centre-back partnership here. Carlos and Botman. That is going to be taking us to the next level. It really is. Defence was an issue. Defence no more. Welcome to Newcastle United. Sven Botman. So Diego Carlos will wear the number 5 shirt here at Newcastle United. And Sven Botman will wear the number 4 shirt. And that is just improved the team so much. Look at our first team now. Carlos and Botman both in international duty, but in there at the back. And that back line is looking so much better. We're going to do a bit more transfer business a little bit later on. Not quite yet at the start of the window. But a left back, a right winger, possibly a midfielder as well. And I think I'm very happy with how we've improved the side. And then the backup side is improved as well. Dan Burn and Lascelles go in there. And it just improves the whole squad by buying first team players. We don't want to be buying backups, we want to be buying starters. We've bought 2 starters there at centre back that are going to revamp this squad completely. And we start the pre-season tournament with Hoffenheim, a game which we will sim. Also replace the players in the squad. Let's hope we can get a result against Hoffenheim here. It's a 2-1 win, goals from Kieran Trippier and Callum Wilson gives a win over German side Hoffenheim. Andre Kramaric scores for the Germans. Fabian Schär left the club at the end of his contract to join Turkish side, Trabzonspor. Now, Paul Dummett was pretty good for us last season, so we have kept him around, but he's 30 years of age, and there has been an offer come in for him for 1.7 million. We'll accept it. We've got Carlos now, we've got Sven Botman. We possibly just don't need him in the squad at all. And up next is Brighton Hove Albion, another game we'll simulate in this pre-season tournament. And we can pick up a 2-1 defeat to Brighton Hove Albion. Zakiri scores, Wilson scores for us, and then Seamer in the 85th minute takes us away from 3 points. We stay on 3 points in this group stage of the pre-season tournament. An offer from AS Roma there, 11.6 million for Joelinton, which I will not entertain. Jeff Hendrick, 1.9 million from Osasuna, accepted. And Celta Vigo coming for Emil Kraft as well. 2.6 million for Emil Kraft, we'll accept that as well. That's getting rid of players pretty easily, isn't it, actually? If those 3 go, that is 3 fringe players at the club who will be making their way out. Well, 2 sales going through here. Hendrick has joined Osasuna and Dummett has gone to Turkey. And Wolfsburg is up next. We need a point here, don't we, to go through, actually. We need a point to be going through in this pre-season tournament. We get a 3 points. Willock gets sent off, but Wilson and Willock with the goals. Who scored for them? It was Bricalo. 2-1 win for Newcastle United. So Emil Kraft goes to Spain with Celta Vigo. There's an offer for Jacob Murphy. We did receive an offer for Dan Burn from Brighton, which I've rejected. I can't see him going back there when we've paid 15 million from him. And Murphy, 1.6 million to Brentford. That's a deal we would accept for the right wing back. Does mean we start to need looking at left back soon, don't we? Because we're getting rid of a lot of these fringe fullbacks at the club. And up next is Newcastle versus Bologna. Italian side, no Carlos, no Botman. Again, first team players out there who've played a lot of football. And we win on penalties, 4-3. A miss from Di Silvestri means we go through 4-3 on penalties after a 1-1 draw in extra time. Well, 2 signs already and looking to make a third in the left back. We've got Tariq Mitchell here as possibly a left back option. Renan Lodi is going to cost 67 million, however. It's a lot of money. Matt Target, 18 million. We've got Chao Enrique, who might be a very good option, actually. Mitchell Bakker, who's been heavily linked with Newcastle, and I think maybe him and someone else could come in, or Mitchell and Bakker, or Let's have a see. Willems is there as well. Rico Henry. We've got Sessegnon. Luke Shaw, but I think he's going to be too expensive, really. Enrique stands out as could be, this Brazilian could be the starter from Monaco. We bring in at left back, and then we bring in Bakker as well. And bring in 2 left backs that are going to be around pretty much the long time of the club. We'd never have to sign another left back again. Let's go in for the Brazilian, Enrique. Another Brazilian, possibly moving to Newcastle United. We'll offer 21 million in the transfer fee for the Brazilian. I don't want to pay more than 30 for him. Get down to 25 million. Looks a very high quality, high, you know, technically gifted fullback. A bit like Alex Telles maybe in style. Like a Manchester United. 27 million. Enrique. He's agreed. The 27 million is agreed for possibly signing number 3 of the season. And signing number 4, we could make a Mitchell Bakker, who will come in as the backup to him. They can battle together. And then so can Manquillo and Trippier to an extent. Where has Mitchell Bakker gone? Can't find him now. There he is. Been heavily linked with Newcastle. 77 rated at 22. I think we're going to have a real good squad depth as well there. So transfer fee, let's go in at 12.5 million. I think we can probably pick him up for around 15. That's the idea. They want 18. I think if we get him for around 15 million, we're having a good deal there. 13.5 for Bakker. Still saying 18. 16.5 is probably as high as I'll go for Bakker. 17.7. 16.5 sounds like a fair deal, and probably as high as I will go for Bakker as a backup fullback. 16.5 million is agreed for Mitchell Bakker. So 2 new left backs, completely solving that problem here. Could happen now. So Bakker and Enrique. So we'll first go in for Mitchell Bakker with the backup. The backup to Enrique. So a rotation deal, agreed. A 5-year contract for Bakker, also agreeable. No release clause to the Dutchman, happy with that one. That's 37,000 per week, a 330,000 signing bonus. Signing number 4 of the window, or signing number 3 in fact. Sign number 3 is happening. Welcome to Newcastle United, Mitchell Bakker. Signing number 3 from Bayer Leverkusen. And he's coming to Newcastle United. And now time for signing number 4, Enrique, 80 rated left back. And then we've really finished with the defence then, haven't we, really? Perhaps another centre back if something happened to Lascelles or so on, but crucial first team role for Enrique. 4-year contract. Let's get him on a 5-year deal. Want to keep everyone here as long as possible. No release clause, 38,000 per week. It's actually so cheap. 400,000 signing bonus, 46,000 he says. Agreed for Enrique. As simple as that. We negotiate so simply with Eddie Howe and the board here at Newcastle United. And we sign number 4 of the transfer window, Enrique. So it's Diego Carlos, Mitchell Bakker, Sven Botman and Enrique. Welcome to Newcastle United. So Mitchell Bakker will wear the number 3 shirt here at Newcastle United. And Enrique will wear the number 12. It's 4 signings made, 4 first team signings, probably 2 left. And that will be it for our transfer window. Maybe then any of the players will be squad players, not very high rated squad players. But I'm very happy with the transfer window. We've really done up the defence like we wanted to. A holding midfielder and a right winger, and we're probably done there. That'll be 6 signings. Confirmation here, Jacob Murphy has joined Brentford on a permanent deal. And it's time for our pre-season tournament, which we will simulate again. We're not too interested in the pre-season tournament. We just want to see it finish. We want to win, of course. We've got a strong squad out there, I think. The strongest team still is not out there. A lot of players, Guimaraes, Carlos and Botman still on international duty. But Benfica we face in the final. And a quick sim against Benfica ends in defeat, unfortunately. A double from Everton gives them the win. Enrique got his first Newcastle goal. But we got to the final and we beat some big teams in the way, including Wolfsburg and people like that. Which shows the way this squad is going without our main centre-backs in there as well, you have to remember. An offer from Boavista for Vilca, which we'll accept for the Peruvian. 23 years of age now, 1.6 million. Will be a good move for him. Well, Sampdoria have offered 2.8 million for Sean Longstaff. I think we can get a bit more than that. He's worth 3 million. That is a very low offer for Sean Longstaff. Let's say 4 million for the English midfielder. 2.8. Well, they want less. I'll only take more than his value. I'll only take more than his value, Sampdoria. 3.4 million. 2.8. If you meet his value, you can have him, but you're not having him for less than that. He's 72 rated at 24. No. Sampdoria will not pay his value. Well, you'll miss out on Sean Longstaff then. And confirmation here, Vilca has been sold to Boa Vista. Well, Lille have come in here for Martin Dubravka. We will be not looking to sell a 33-year-old this summer. And Dwight Gale, 1.9 million from Werder Bremen. We'll accept that deal for Dwight Gale. So Dwight Gale has been sold to Werder Bremen. 1.9 million. I think it's now time to go into the market for a midfielder that we're looking at. A holding midfielder, possibly. I think I've got the right man, a Frenchman in mind. And then a right winger is the last first-team player. And then maybe a couple of young players to just fill out the squad. Some that from big clubs and so on. Well, for now, tonight, holding midfielder, I've got 4 options here. We've got Guillemont, who is a Valencia player. We have Babu Kamara. We have Lucas Gerner, who's only 19 years of age. And we have Yiz Bissouma as well. Now, Bissouma or Kamara are the ones that have been linked with Newcastle. Kamara's going to cost a lot more. But Kamara's 22 years of age, 82 rated. Just looks the real deal, doesn't it, Babu Kamara? Gerner's a little bit too young. I think we go for Kamara. I think Bissouma would probably go to someone like Aston Villa or a bigger club. Kamara, let's make an approach for the Marseille man. I think he's going to cost big money. We're going to go straight in for the Marseille man for 35, and they want 53. Well, that's better than 60 odd. Let's go in at 38.5. We'll drive a hard bargain here, a hard negotiation. 53. Going at 42 million for Babu Kamara. If we can get him for under 50 million, I'll be very happy. They've dropped down to 44 million. Just like that. 43 million for Babu Kamara. New holding midfielder at Newcastle United. Signing number 5 of the summer. And they agreed to that deal, Marseille. They agreed to that deal. Meaning we can go in for Kamara here. We're making big changes immediately to this squad, aren't we? As we look to drive towards a European place. Probably a Europa League place. He wants a crucial first-team footballer. That's agreed. How many years? A 5-year deal for the 22-year-old. No release clause for the Frenchman. That's very agreeable. Salary. Let's say 75,000 per week. And a 500,000 bonus. Babu Kamara. Will he be a Newcastle United player? That's a reasonable offer. My client's happy with that. Babu Kamara, a new midfielder. And that is sign number 5. Diego Carlos. Sven Botman, Chao Enrique, Mitchell Bakker and Babu Kamara make signing number 5 for Newcastle United in this transfer window. And that signing Kamara, signing one crucial player to a forward or midfield position, has pushed us up to 78 now. And the club are very happy. And this are our objectives for the season, why we're here. Sign one crucial player, which we have done. Get a streak of 5 clean sheets in home matches this season. And get to the round 16 of the FA Cup. They want us to sign, within 2 seasons, one youth player to play 50% of the games. They want brand exposure, the clean sheets, of course. Financial, make a 2.6 million profit on a youth player. Finish mid-table, I think we'll do better than that. I think we'll get a Europa League position. I really do. And Babacar Kamara will wear the number 14 shirt at Newcastle United this season. Well, Levante have come in for Javier Manquillo, and they're offering us Son. Son is 28 years of age, worth 2.4 million, worth less than Manquillo. However, he's a lot pacier, got good agility. Let's negotiate here with Levante, because I believe Manquillo would want that move, but it just means another signing to make, doesn't it? I don't think Son is quite the player for me. Who would be good? Have they got a right back? They don't even have a right back, do they? They don't even have a right back. Centre backs, Rob Holding plays for them now. Is there any player here at Levante I would be interested in? Maybe a young player. They've got one. Maybe a young striker if they've got one. No. I think Manquillo, a move to Levante would be something the Spaniard would want. 4.5 and accepted. That means the right back's a bit of an issue again. If Manquillo leaves, maybe we're going to be making quite a few moves in the market, replenishing this squad. We might be. And Colm coming for Federico Fernandez. We'll accept that. Gillespie, an offer came in from Sporting, along with option to buy. I've just rejected that completely. He's 71 rated, the 30-year-old. He's our third choice keeper. He's staying at Newcastle United. We can't sell every single player. We really can't. Manquillo did want that move to Levante. That's why I let him happen. Him go to Spain, play first-team football. Does mean, though, it's another signing possibly having to make. And now it's time for match day 1 in the new season. Newcastle United versus Aston Villa. This is the side we're going to go with against Villa today. Dubravka starts in goal. It's captain Trippier, Diego Carlos, Sven Botman and Enrique the back four. What a back four that is. Shelvey, Jolinton and Guimaraes in the midfield three. New signing Kamara's on the bench. It's St Maximin on the left, Fraser on the right, Callum Wilson through the middle on the bench. Chris Wood, Almiron, Willett, Kamara, Byrne, Lascelles and Woodman. What a side we have built already in this window. Well, Newcastle United versus Aston Villa here today. Two sides who are looking to try and break into that top 7, you'd say, in the Premier League by spending money. But Newcastle, we've just got a bit more money to spend than Aston Villa. Last time these two sides faced each other, Newcastle were 2-0 up at half-time and the game ended with a 3-3 draw. Very different looking Newcastle side. Very, very different looking Newcastle side, especially defensively. Be interesting to see if we can beat Aston Villa on the opening game of the season today, and perhaps this defence can keep a clean sheet. This is the Aston Villa side for Steven Gerrard. Emi Martinez, the captain, starts in goal. It's Gulliver, Boshagli, Tyrone Mings and Lucas Dean at the back. Morgan Sanson, Douglas Luiz and John McGinn in the midfield three. And it's Leon Bailey, Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings, the front three on the bench. Steer, Matt Target, ex-Newcastle, of course, on loan here last season. Traore Davis, Concert Al Ghazi and Cameron Archer. Now Villa, they're expecting a big season this year. So Newcastle versus Aston Villa. It's live from St James's Park, and all new signings barring Kamara start today. And Mitchell Bakker, of course. Trippier. Immediately this team feels so much better, like we can actually pass a football. Moraes. Fraser. This one in. Jolinton on the volley. Oh, Gulliver at the far post to clear it away. Looking for St Maximin at the far post who were. Ollie Watkins, we've actually got a bit of pace in our back line as well, which is a massive difference. Send it long. Leon Bailey. Back is Jolinton helping out. Long ball over top to Leon Bailey. Enrique chases. Bailey. Oh, Enrique beaten. Watkins with a header. Good save by Dubravka. Really good save from Martin Dubravka. Mings into Watkins. Carlos. Bailey. McGinn. Watkins with 1-0 down. Brilliant football from Villa. And we're behind here. And the defence not yet reached their peak. Carlos out of position. Can't get back to Watkins, who finished a really good chance, Ollie Watkins. His first goal of the season. The first goal scored at St James's Park is for the opposition. Ollie Watkins, who's already scored once here. On a ball in behind to Morgan Sanson. Enrique with him. Sanson. Watkins on the volley, 2-0. Stood off Ollie Watkins for whatever reason in the box and allow him to score. Guimaraes. Where's Fraser? That's who I'm aiming to. I can't see with this kit. The kit clashes so much. I don't know why. Here is Watkins. Across the far post. Leon Bailey, the free header into the hands of Dubravka. That is half time. 2-0 down. What can I say? Shocking performance so far from the new boys. Not been good at all. Tactically, perhaps got it wrong. Perhaps. Douglas Luiz. So easy. So easy. Stood off them. Dubravka makes a save. Why are we standing off them so easily like that? No idea. Jolinton. Options. Enrique Boshagli. Oh, I mean, that's a back pass that he gets away with there. Well done, Carlos. Jolinton gives it away. Traore. Well, defeat on the opening day does dishearten us a little bit, but we've got to take time to gel this side to understand our strengths and weaknesses. Botman somehow wins it and then still gives it to Traore. Good save by Dubravka. Guimaraes. Jolinton. Enrique. First chance at the pass, misses it. Gets it to St Maximin the second time. Back to Enrique. Jolinton. St Maximin. Cross in. It's Fraser in there of all people. Chris Wood on the volley. Oh, goal for Chris Wood. Brilliant goal by Chris Wood, 2-1. He snuck that one in, hasn't he, Chris Wood there. Cross comes in from St Maximin. It's Fraser again in there. Oh, Emi Martinez sort of drops it, doesn't it? First goal of our season scored by Chris Wood in the 82nd minute. Could we get a draw here? Botman across, good defending from Sven Botman. Into Kieran Trippier. Minutes left here, Guimaraes. Good ball in behind to Fraser. Getting the ball, box Wood. Fraser. Wood's arriving, it's a terrible cross, but Chris Wood as well. Why is he not in the box? Oh, no, I think that's game over. I don't think we're getting back into this one. That is full time. A 2-1 defeat on opening day. Disappointing. Aston Villa beats us at home. Things to work on yet. A lot of things to work on this side. And a long way to go. This side needs to get used to each other, don't they? They really do. Well, Javier Manquillo has been sold for 4.5 million to Levante. Aston Villa are interested in Joe Willock. No, not selling Willock to Villa, I can tell you that. And one of our youth players, we can change his position to a centre-back now. 49 rated, but got a lot of massive youth team now. An absolutely massive youth team that we want to use if we can. Well, I think it's time we make our final moves in the transfer market. The moves we're going to make are for a new backup right back and a starting right winger, and then 2 young players or 3 young players just to be in and around the squad. So the first one is the backup right back, and I think we're going to go for this man, Jeremy St. Just. I don't know what his worth is. I'd say, well, Newcastle were linked with him, weren't they? Apparently Newcastle were very interested in him and wanted him for around 12.5 million. In the end, it didn't work out as a backup right back to Kieran Trippier. We're going to go and try and buy him, and we'll see. Newcastle were willing to pay around 12.5 million for St. Just, which is very interesting, isn't it? So we know he's worth around that, possibly. We've got to decide what we think he is worth, and I might just have a look online and cheat a little bit just to see. They're saying he's worth online, I think, around 9 million. Let's have a look. His worth is 8.2 million at the start of career mode. He's probably going to buy at least 1 million. Let's go in for 10 million for Jeremy St. Just as a backup right back. John Joe Shelby plus 8. No. But there might be one you are interested in a midfield. If you want a midfielder, what about... I think Matty Longstaff's probably better than Sean Longstaff. What about Sean Longstaff? Plus 10 million. Sean Longstaff and 10 million for Jeremy St. Just. Accepted by the side. Mainz. So let's get this backup right back sorted. Manquillo goes. It means you won't have to sign a right back as well, actually. It means the right back situation is sorted for the future as well, which is interesting. A rotation. Agreed for St. Just. 5-year deal. He is a centre back by this, but he will be a right back for us. A 4-year deal for Jeremy St. Just. No release clause. And his wages. Ooh, let's say 55,000. I think that will convince him. 300,000 bonus. Jeremy St. Just. Welcome to Newcastle United, signing number 6 of the transfer window. We have gone crazy with the signings, but only signing players Newcastle have been linked with. Newcastle want, and I actually think they will do this in the summer. I do believe Newcastle will sign 7 or 8 players. Now, 2 young players I want to bring in is first one, Ekiti, the Ekitiki, I don't know how you say his name, the Frenchman, 20 years of age, 73 overall. He is the man I want to bring in. As a young player, as a backup striker, winger, off the bench. We might be able to get a player swap in here. Is there someone we want rid of? What about Kalen Watts? Kalen Watts plus 6 million. Or 5 million anyway. Oh, Jamal Lewis plus 3.6 million for this high potential young player. Agreed. So that's a young player done. And there's another young player I want to look at before we make our final big signing, which will be a right winger. It will be a right winger. I want to bring in a young midfielder. And that will be... Where has he gone? I can find him. Hannibal Majebri. Not playing football at Manchester United. The chance to join Newcastle on big wages. I think that is a very realistic option. Transfer offer. Again, we could offer a player swap. I'll just offer 2.8 million for Majebri. I think he'll cost about 3. 2.9. Thank you, Ralph Ragnick. We're about to sign an absolute wonder kid in Hannibal Majebri. So let's negotiate for these 2 young players, and then we need to start thinking about the right winger. Decide who's going to come in on that right wing. Maybe we don't make a big right wing signing this season, but next season. Prospect role for Majebri. 5-year deal for Hannibal Majebri. No release clause. 15,000 per week. Welcome to Newcastle United. Hanan Lajebri signing a young, exciting player to be in and around our squad, which is a brilliant, brilliant signing, really. Another young player to join the squad as well. Sporadic he wants. A kitty. He did reject Newcastle in January. And we're going to offer him a big bit of money. We're going to offer him, you know, promises to be in the first team. 45,000 per week. I mean, he's only 73 rated. What about 30,000 per week? Bit of a signing bonus. Welcome the next Thierry Henry, possibly, to Newcastle United. What a sign he is. So Hugo Ekiti will wear the number 73. So Hugo Ekiti will wear the number 19 shirt here. Hanan Lajebri will wear the number 13 shirt here. 23 shirt, sorry. And then finally, I don't know why I said 13. Jeremy St. Just will wear the 13 as our backup right back. And it's just a winger left now. All the signs are done. Just a first class, or possibly this season, because we've spent so much money, we bring in just a good right winger instead of Fraser, where Fraser can go on the bench, and bring in a first choice right winger next season. And up next, it is Southampton in the Premier League. We've made so many signs in this episode. We do need to look at the right wing situation. We will obviously end the episode after this game. We'll only play 2 games in today's episode because it's a long one, a lot of talking. So we want a right winger. We could bring in Eze or someone like that, Olmo. These are the players I'm looking at. Michael Elise to play on the right wing. Mateus Pereira. Ben Rama, more of a left-handed sided player. Paqueta is way too good at the moment. Anthony, he would be, but too much money. Bedro Concalves, I think we spend the big money next season on a right winger. I think Dembele, Concalves, Anthony, Doku coming next season, and we spend the big, big bucks on a winger next season. You know, and this season, we just signed someone that is going to be there instead of Ryan Fraser. And that makes me think someone like Elise, I mean, him for the future. I really do like Michael Elise. I do. But I'm thinking maybe someone like... The one I'm thinking of is this man. Ryan Cherky. 21 million. We'll bring in a big name next season. He could really do the role that Fraser does. I know he's not the paciest. He's not the paciest. Good acceleration though. He'd be brilliant. 5-star skill. The next Ben Rama. Not Ben Rama. Next Ben Arthur. Remember him at Newcastle. Him and Maximan on the wings would be incredible, wouldn't it? Very, very skillful side. So this is a side for Southampton. Only one change from the previous game. Babu Kamara comes in for John Joe Shelby. Other than that, it's our first team. I thought maybe Chris Woods have started a Wilson, but Wilson is Callum Wilson, isn't he? Let's do a lot better today. Let's do a lot better. And only one change on the bench as well. Dan Burn is in for Jamal Lascelles. So here at the St Mary's Stadium, looking for our first point of the season. A different sort of game today, isn't it, against Southampton? Not going to be as easy a win as it probably should have been against Aston Villa. A 2-1 defeat. Looking for our first point of the season here at St Mary's. And I think we might get them. I think the side will start to gel as games go on. And once we start getting used to each other, we will be, I think, absolutely incredible. So Europa League is a target this season for us, and it might be the same for Southampton. Tim Krul starts in goal for them. Lianco, Bednarak, Perraud and Walker-Peters in the back 4. It's Thielman, Ward-Prowse, Sow and Redmond in the midfield 4. And then Che Adams' partners, Adam Armstrong, up top. No Borgia anymore, he's gone. Belfodil on the bench, Shane Long, Romeu, Valerie and Livramento also there. He's a very good young player. Could have brought him in at right back, but St Just was linked with Newcastle. It seemed like the right sort of signing. So Newcastle United versus Southampton. It's live from St Mary's Stadium. Back into Sow. Wide he goes. Fraser. Needs to help Trippier out here, which he's not doing. Che Adams. Chance! Sven Botman with a wonderful challenge. Great bit of defending from Sven. Great bit of defending from Sven Botman. That's what we want to see more often. Heroic defending. Crossing. Kamara away. St Maximin in there. Looking for a chance here and a good save by Martin Dubravka. Fraser. Trippier didn't make a run there, which I'm disappointed in. Kieran Trippier, captain, having a shocker. Didn't make a run at all, which caused big problems for our defence. Because he didn't make that run, he couldn't get in attacking position to put a ball in the box, and that causes defensive problems. If you just made that run and be more expansive, more attacking, you'd have more of a chance. Perraud is driving forward. Kamara can't cut it out, and Ward-Prowse from range puts one in the top corner, and we concede again. Well, we've not yet mastered the defence. These players have the... I mean, not much you can do about that. An absolute wonder strike from Captain James Ward-Prowse. And we're 1-0 down to Southampton. That comes from Kieran Trippier, not attacking. Trippier into Guimaraes. She's lost it. Kamara's injured after a disgusting challenge on him in the midfield. And counter it. And Che Adams. Dubravka. João Enrique, what a block. What a block. And there is Callum Wilson. St. Maximan. Fraser. Wilson with a header. Oh, and Tim Krul just gets it round the corner. St. Maximan. Jolinton. Jolinton lifts one in, and Wilson just can't get the end of it, and that's half time. And we find ourselves 1-0 down to Southampton. Similar performance to the Villa game, really. Improving slightly. Just need to get on the ball much more. Play our game a little bit more. Cross in. Bednarak with a header. Up and over the bar by Bednarak. Well, we're going to be beating teams like this, haven't we, really? Not the best of starts to the season, I suppose. João Enrique. Into St. Maximan. Jolinton. Enrique. Over to chance for Wilson again. Can't finish his chance. Babu Kamara. Driving his side forward. Another late challenge on him. Gets away from it. Jolinton. Enrique. Cross in. Into Callum Wilson. Swings a foot at it. Kamara intercepts. Another nasty challenge on Kamara here. Clearly very jealous of his quality. Jolinton. Oh, again. Can't get it through. Leo Carlos has stepped out here. Chance for Adam Armstrong. Kamara with him, and Armstrong makes it 2-0. I think that'll be game. And a defeat to Southampton as well now at the start of the season. Not a good start from Newcastle. Ball through to Adam Armstrong. And a good finish. Kamara couldn't keep up with him. Frustrating is the word. Chris Wood. In behind to Alan St. Maximan, who's onside. St. Maximan. St. Maximan! Saved by Tim Krul. Fraser chases Walker Peters, give it away. Fraser. Chris Wood with a chance again, and Chris Wood can't finish. We could easily be at 2-2 here if we could score our chances. Cross in. Chris Wood in there. Jolinton arriving. Back out. Chris Wood again. Played away. St. Maximan, and we just lose 2-0 again. We can't knock it around the box as well as they do. We need to find a way to do that. At the moment, we can't do it. That is full time. 2-0 defeat. 2 defeats to start the season. Not a good start. And that ends this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video. Comment down below anything you want to ask us. You are silver and gold members. You guys are incredible here for the channel. We'll see you guys next time.